NPC, give an intro.
Yeah, NPCs, chapter 1091. Yeah, carry it.
Who wants to keep the name? NPC shit.
Worst intro.
I said NPC, blah, blah, blah. But like, sure, at least you're done now, fam. I can't even read Japanese. Like, what is that saying?
Are you able to zoom out so we can all see it?
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
try
just
and
a
also
bit.
with you, man. I know we've already started recording, but I'm gonna try and focus you guys so you don't start trying to derail too much. Yeah.
Yeah. It's your job. Like Roy Keane said, it's your job. That's your job. And you lot saw when he got headbutted and Michael Richard had to thingy sort man out.
Fam, I saw the aftermath. Yeah,
You guys have already started already, bro. You've already started.
Bro,
Yeah,
but you
that's
just
all,
scroll
man.
to the start of the thing and you're there crying.
He's
It
recording
don't
it.
matter, man. Yeah, but it don't matter. How does it matter? It don't matter, man.
Who? What? My man getting upset. That's what you said you're gonna
Yeah.
cut shit anyway. So yeah, you're right.
Nah, it don't even matter, man. You're just starting it off, like, and then you can just start. You're just starting it off. But yeah,
Page again. Let me go and get the chapter up for myself as well.
Yeah, I'm even thinking to go grab my other phone to even have it up.
I can see it fully though. Yeah, it's right in front of humans. In the show live, Admiral Kizaru has begun his incursion. Like, you know what? Yeah, I can't even lie. Like, every time I see the Marines, there's something spectacular about the panels that Oda draws when it comes to the Marines. I just like the way he spreads out the warships.
I'm not gonna lie though.
You have the admirals there, or the vice admirals, whoever. I just tend to love that display there of the Marines there. I don't know what it is really.
You've had them in high esteem for years, and they're making their move. That's what it is. That's really what it comes down to.
You know, I get
every time I see them
when he's actually drawing Aokiji and Kizaru and all of them, and then Kuzan and that. It's like he puts in that extra little bit of time and effort.
Yeah, there's a lot of details that goes into the drawings of them. They look really special. Like, they look like proper characters. You know what I mean? Like proper real characters. They're not like your average Marine, like this Marine here on the left.
They can't be though. They're not a nameless Marine. They're
no, I know. But yeah.
But your Marines are about to get disrespected.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I mean? It's their job, fam, to get disrespected. Yeah. So at this point, no, never mind. Carry on. There's not really much going on here.
The sea beast or the robotic sea beast.
I don't even know how these lot function. I can't even lie. Weaponized sea beast. It's a weird concept for me, but I think I was going to mention, in fact, here. I was going to mention here that maybe I'm nitpicking, but it's like I would assume that the Marines would know that Vegapunk has sea beast who actually control the sort of control the perimeters and the survey, like the surrounding area. They should have at least sort of kept the warships just slightly far off where they wouldn't be able to reach.
Yeah, but that's why the main warship with the guy from the Five Elders, he's nowhere near the sea beast.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like all of them, all of the warships.
They don't play sacrifices.
No, it's just that you probably want to wait it out, because they should have been aware of the sea beast surveying the area. And
but then you're
probably
wait
just a nitpick.
It's definitely a nitpick because it's the biggest fleet they've assembled in the show. So it's like
You're gonna wait it out against robots. You don't sleep.
It's not
Yeah,
a case
but
of waiting it out.
the-
They've got the numbers. Surely they feel like
yeah,
they
but
can deal with the
they
CBs.
couldn't
There's
do
how many?
anything anyway because there's barriers. Remember,
They
there's
threw out the
barriers.
sacrifices.
Remember, there's barriers. Therefore, they can't really do anything anyway. So what they were doing, they were waiting for an opportunity for them to go in, and then we've just realized that Kizaru is actually made out of light. That means he can just go through the barrier regardless. So they could have really waited it out without having to advance the
Not really,
warship
because
any
you know
further.
that up against Luffy, who
Fam, they're not that big of a factor in the battle.
Kizaru's gonna get sent back through the barrier.
Were you not thinking about the vice admirals?
The vice admirals,
The little
nothing
attacks
too
they landed.
special. Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not
nothing
gonna lie,
too
it's-
special.
The way the vice admirals are now, they're irrelevant.
I don't think so. I don't think so because it's such a. There's so
Tell
many
me-
of them that one of them surely
Tell me one
should
strong.
be
vice admiral.
noteworthy.
Yeah, tell me one strong, noteworthy vice admiral that's even worth remembering.
Vice Admiral Got the hero.
Cool, but yeah, but
I got you
Garp's
there.
old generation. Yeah, see, since the time skip and since the war, tell me one vice admiral. And don't you dare
Maynard the
say-
Pursuer.
don't you dare say Smoker.
You must
What
remember
do you mean?
Maynard the Pursuer.
What that okay? What that's relevant in terms of what narrative, story,
Just the strength
or
for the
or strength.
worth just even paying attention to in terms of a fight.
Yeah, well, it depends what you care about in terms of, power levels. Like a lot of people only care about, I would say, Zoro level up. I'm not one of them people. Like I will appreciate
I
a
care
good
about
fight
all
between
different
people that
fights,
don't
like
have
lower level
ACOC.
fights and that, but because if I'm like when I'm looking at like vice admirals and I'm saying, let's say Smoker, for instance, is seen as a relatively strong vice admiral. He
I
ain't
would say
touching.
he's middle. He's in the middle. He's not.
Yeah, but alright, cool. Let's just use him as if he's middle. Let's just use him as a base. He ain't touching any of the Monster Four from the Straw Hats.
But they're the best crew ever assembled.
Nah.
Yes. Yes.
Over Shanks' crew.
I would say where the Straw Hats are now,
Or over Blackbeard's crew.
Definitely over
Blackbeard's
Blackbeard's crew.
Yeah.
Definitely over Blackbeard, because the Straw Hats are, I would say the Straw Hats are way stronger than Blackbeard's crew now. As for Shanks'
Definitely.
crew, is probably close, but I think after Beckman, we've got better crew members.
Nah, you're forgetting Yasop and Lucky Roo.
Lucky Roo is not fucking with like Zoro. He's not fucking with these tech guys.
but
A bit
Beckman's
more
gonna
focus.
beat Zoro.
A bit more focus.
And-
Well. That's the Shanks Pirates, isn't it? Your point was about the vice.
The vice
What was you saying?
Yeah. Like there's like in terms of the Marines and like once you've gone past the three admirals, when you look at the vice admirals, like there's in terms of their power level and how they can impact stuff and things like that, there's not really many that's even worth paying attention to.
But you're saying that because you're putting them in fights with the top four destroyers, and that's not who they're
Not
gonna
even
be
just the
fighting.
top.
No,
four,
he's
man.
not. He's just saying in general, even which I actually agree with him. The vice admirals are useless. They're incompetent. They
Okay,
do
so
not impact the story
who's a pirate? Yeah, that's not a straw hat. Yeah, that is gonna be in the final saga that you see vice admirals not being able to do nothing with, because you have to realize if the vice admirals were to pull up on say Cross Guild, that's a problem for Cross Guild.
Nah, I don't think.
Not really, not a problem.
Based on numbers,
Okay.
that's a problem.
I mean,
Because the Cross Guild, the Cross Guild's third strongest fighter that we know of is Daz
What?
Bones.
Yeah, and he
So
beats.
that's a problem. If the vice admirals pull up outside your island, is it
yeah,
not?
but Mihawk alone, if he's on
It's
par
beating
with
9
Shanks,
vice admirals if they pull
he's
up.
beating nine vice admirals if they pull up.
9 of them.
Or the whole 9 of them.
Yeah, I disagree. I put Mihawk.
You guys,
I
you
rate
guys,
Mihawk,
what about
Right.
these panels?
for him to beat
Yo.
9 man. Nah.
Yeah. So
Mm.
what's that? Oh, the pacifist or control hierarchy.
Yeah, I've got something to say about this, but I'll say it on the upcoming panels when it's more relevant. it's about the authority chip
The
holders.
chip that
which is a bit-
Sentomaru lost, but Sentomaru lost that in the last chapter, no. So you might as
Yeah.
well. You might as well say what you was trying to say.
So I think my problem with the authority chip is so we know the hierarchy, right? We know that it's Sentomaru, Vegapunk, then the 5 elders. So that means each of those 3 individuals, the Vegapunks being multiple, so multiple of them have an authority chip as well. We know that it's only them who have access to it, right? So each individual has an authority chip. So, but my question was really, how does it work? For example, because we've seen that Kizaru is able to actually make use of the authority chip, even though he isn't built in the hierarchy system. So I feel like it's one of those things whereby it should have been set up beforehand how it works. Because right now it just seems a bit too convenient for Kizaru to be able to use it. You would think that the authority chips, does it work by voice?
I feel like authority.
Honestly, for me, I can't lie. The
built in?
whole thing, since its inception, the whole thing's kind of been confusing.
It
No,
is,
I'm
isn't
not-
it? But-
Yeah, it's long. Like it's just long to be.
I was
Can't
gonna
lie.
say, you see, with the authority chips, I think with Sentomaru losing his one and it being used, I don't feel like there's any special control or command. I think that Vegapunk's just trusting you to be strong enough to hold your chip.
Yeah, but I feel like there's a plot hole in it because it literally says here the control hierarchy is Sentomaru, then Vegapunk, then the
Yeah.
5 elders.
So
So how does Kizaru
I reckon the chips is what controls the hierarchy, and then so when Sentomaru's lost his to Kizaru, Kizaru's taken Sentomaru's place on the hierarchy with his chip.
Oh, so you're saying it as in Sentomaru has chip number 3 type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. Because
But it
Kizaru's
doesn't-
come and well, think about it though. Kizaru's come and knocked him out and taken his chip, which is the 3rd chip, right?
Yeah, and then
It
he
would
was
make
Right.
sense that way.
he was
It would
able
make
to
sense
give
that way.
overwrite previous commands.
What a
So,
thing
but-
about
but-
Sentomaru, though. Man, I was talking about the strongest defense in the world. My guy.
Yeah, but
Say
to be
what a
fair,
joke, man.
admirals are built differently.
Listen, I've been saying it for years. I've been saying it for years that the admirals are built different. Do you remember when people used to say, well, fam, niggas probably still think this now, where it's like guys used to say, and they still do, that it would take 2 admirals to beat 1 Yonko.
Oh yeah. I swear that was you. I swear that was you and Kwame.
Huh?
And Steph.
Nah.
No?
Huh?
So what I said is I don't.
Yeah.
Obviously, these two admirals.
Did you hear
wife and uncle. Let's be real.
Man said it was me.
But no,
What?
but I'll be
Admiral
real.
Defender.
What did Steph say?
Two
Was
admirals
Kwame.
will be uncle, but I guess no, I don't know. Maybe Shanks. Maybe if it was like
No.
No, these are top tiers.
No, they're
Even
all
if it's
top
Green
tiers.
Ball, even if it's Green Ball family, he's not winning.
Yeah,
I'm
Two
not
and
saying
one?
not
he's
top
winning.
tiers.
I'm not saying he's winning, but it's going to be a mad fight. Like I reckon on a 1v1, he washes Green Ball.
Yeah.
Who Shanks?
Yeah.
Oh no, yeah, of course. But these guys are top tiers.
That's why
top
I'm not
tier
gonna lie. I
fighters.
feel like
It won't
even
take 2 top tiers to take down
like,
1 top tier.
if
It makes
Judge
no sense.
scrolls down to the chapters, we actually see the fight that's coming up, like with Luffy versus the little mixed race admiral. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
You know one thing about the admirals, yeah. Oh, is this the strongest defense panel?
Yeah, that is
No,
defense.
Sentomaru had me cracking up when I'm reading the
Soggy
chapter.
bread
I
defense.
did like his flashback in the last chapter, as brief as it was.
Yeah, no, that I like that to see, and his loyalty to Vegapunk.
Yeah, but you know, in that flashback, the thing that stood out to me the most is that Kizaru was a different guy, fam.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for them
Kizaru
to.
was a happy person.
I'm just waiting for them to escape so that Luffy finally knows what his fruit is.
Oh, what? When Vegapunk tells him?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Luffy's still been out here saying he's not Zoan.
Yeah. But in terms of Kizaru and versus Luffy, let's be real. Luffy's gonna beat him with Gear 5.
Easy?
Yeah, mid diff for me.
I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's not gonna be hard.
it will
So-
be mid-diff for me.
So can Kizaru? You know what? I really want this fight between Luffy and Kizaru to do for me and my agenda is I need Kizaru to have a good showing without using ACOC. That's what I need.
I'm not gonna lie.
And
As
he
long
doesn't
as
have ACOC,
as long
though,
as he
so
doesn't get beaten
He's
like
what?
Lucci,
he
You
won't
can
have
get to
ACOC.
the
Exactly,
Kizaru
exactly,
versus-
exactly,
If
Fist.
he gets
So
the
that's
Kizaru
why I
versus
need him
the
to have a
Yamato
good
form,
showing
then
without it.
yeah, you're gonna. What did you say, John?
you can get to the Luffy versus Kizaru tough form, then.
No, but hold on, though. Go back. I still have a problem with the authority chip. It doesn't make sense to me.
Well, it's
No,
you're
because hold on.
overthinking
Think
it.
about
Move
it.
past that, man. We're on
You're-
No,
the
but
panels
think
of
about it.
Sentamaru.
But think about it. Look at it this way. Yeah, if Kizaru can grab an authority chip and change the command, then Luffy or anyone else can grab the authority chip
Bro,
and change
John,
the
He
you're,
command.
hasn't
I mean,
changed the command. He has the
no,
chip
wait, John, just John.
number
I
3.
beg you, highlight the bottom box in the quote. It says authority chip holders. It even implies that the chip is what holds the authority, and whatever chip you
Yeah.
hold, what gives you your power. There's
Yeah,
no.
but is it through voice? But I'm saying like, is it when is
It's
it
just
through
a chip.
voice? Like
I
what?
reckon.
Fam,
You just use-
Leo from the Tontata can have the number 1 chip if he steals it, type of thing. Is
Yeah, that's
that
what I'm
type
saying.
of
That's what I'm
yeah?
saying. That
So
should
it's
have
not
been.
a plot hole.
That
It's
should have
just
been.
it's the chip you
That
have.
should have been set up. That should have been set up before. But
Yeah, but
what
then
is it
that's why I
about the
said
chip?
that's
What is it
down
about the
to-
chip though? What is it about the chip that's built in it that even no matter who picks it up can still make
It's
use
a
of it? It
computer
doesn't make
program.
sense.
The chip's probably coded with the software. Remember, there's
Yeah, but
probably
is
a
it coded
software-
with Kizaru's voice because it activated through
No.
Kizaru's voice?
Yeah,
I-
do you know what? Yeah, honestly, we don't know.
That's what I'm
We
saying
don't know.
though, because Kizaru
Because it could
he
be
picked it
a
up
voice
and he
command thing. We
spoke.
have no clue.
Yeah,
You see
but if it's a
Mihawk with
voice
the
command, if
Dende
it's a
Mushi
voice
airbud.
command, if it's a voice command though, then it won't make sense because Kizaru isn't in the hierarchy.
I don't feel like it's a voice command. I feel
authority
like
chip.
if you just look at it like a computer processor and see that you've got 3 different processing powers and 3 different softwares. Let's say the more expensive is going to be the one that has the main controller and the hard drive and the dashboard and all of that. That's going to be the one that the 5 elders have. You got to look at it like that. If someone else comes in and take your hard drive and take your software, they've got your computer.
Yeah, I do look at it in the literal sense like that as well. But one thing about it is, I don't know for sure, 100%
I feel like
how
that's
the
the
authority
easiest
chip
way to
works. I
understand.
can't lie to you.
Based off the information that he's given out and the way he's just put it like that, with it just saying the chip holders and their ranking, that's the only way you can take it, unless he gives out more information down the line.
So in terms of the actual chapter,
But
though, right?
then why does it say
With Kizaru taking out Sentomaru and taking that chip, he's used it right to gain control over what S-Hawk.
the pacifistas? Yeah.
Which ones? Kuma's one.
So but it seems to suggest that
Bro
he's
was once still in love with Luffy.
he seems to imply, I think, that he's taken control over the Centomaros pacifistas, but also the Seraphins, because the authority chip is actually meant for pacifistas and the Seraphins. So, if that is your question, so it's both, but it still doesn't make sense to me how it can just be easily passed down, because it clearly says these are the people who have authority chips, and those are the only people who sort of has command over it. And then suddenly we see Kizaru. And then suddenly we see
You guys
Kizaru.
think of this little flashback?
Nah, that was cool. Like, you got to see where the fat boy come from.
Also,
respect my guy.
What he's doing, it's those are the 3 toilet of a Sharingan. I don't know if you noticed.
Yeah, it's a little Naruto reference.
It's a Naruto reference.
I remember when I first seen Sentomaru, I thought he was a girl because of the
I was
voice actor.
confused, man. I just
You
didn't
know,
know
it was the voice actor.
Yeah.
She's fun, man. Because it's definitely a woman who does his voice. If anything, I think it's the person that does Luffy.
Woman does
to be
Luffy.
honest. Yeah.
Yeah, apparently many of these voice actors, they actually do the voice for several other characters.
Yeah. I'm an anime nerd to the point where I can tell.
Normally voice young boys because young boys, the voices haven't broken yet.
Fair point.
Yeah, no, but even then,
Yeah,
there's
this is what I wanted to get on about is Kizaru's demeanor was different when he was younger, you know.
How can you tell? I mean, it's just two panels. Like, there's nothing really for him
Do you
to
know why?
react to. Yeah.
Because I've been rinsing YouTube clips as well, yeah, and I was just watching as
Mm,
well when he fucked up Arlong when
yeah.
Arlong was still young. And
Yeah.
that was another flashback of Kizaru young, and he was smiling, fam. I don't think he's smiled. I don't see dude smiling like that post time skip.
So some of those YouTubers aren't worth listening to.
I don't.
It sounds a bit they're trying to look too deep into it. Just in regards
No,
to that analysis, just
I
that
would say it's not even
analysis.
a case of looking too deep in anything. It's One Piece, and if you've watched it long enough, you know that
It's
in
this is
Kizaru's
yeah,
story there was a tragic
yeah.
event, you know,
Now
and
this
I
is
think
easy
that's
for
the
me. This
reason
is
because he's the most unclear when it comes to his
mm,
justice.
but
He's
this is
definitely the
easy
most
for me.
unclear.
Like this for me personally, this panels of Kizaru obviously shows that because before we just knew Kizaru was a marine guy, blah blah blah. He has this sort of like aloof, sort of this laziness about him. But this actually shows that there's a bit
I
of
don't
depth
think he's
depth
lazy.
to
I feel like
him.
he has his own
Not
sense.
lazy as he's sarcastic more so. He's got this
Yeah, but
sort
you
of
have to look as well.
sarcasticness about him.
All of did Kizaru come up on the GOP, or was it just Akiji?
I think it's just Aokiji, really. I don't think Garp was his big homie like that. But for me, with Kizaru, you know, I'm expecting for there to be a certain event that happened that is, you know, changed him. And
He
I
probably took a
remember, I think in this chapter or the last chapter, he said something to Sentomaru about, oh, he's just a cog in the machine. So obviously he has that. He thinks like that because of something that happened. So I'm
I
trying to
wouldn't
see
be
what happened.
surprised
I'm here
if
for the
this is it
happened
for
flashbacks.
him. I
in
wouldn't be
him.
surprised if this is it for him.
Maybe something happened
You
in
don't
him.
think he'll get a flashback of his own?
I'm not too sure. I'm not
I
too
don't think
sure.
he will. Not for
You
not
know,
for
I'm
now.
with
not
his
too sure.
characters, everything's just so unclear, you know, and it doesn't look like there's a clear, you know, storyline for him. But with him coming so late into the show, I'm sure Oda has something for him, and he's one of the three original admirals as well,
Yeah,
and I
I
think he's the
feel like
strongest admiral now. So surely he's gonna
he's
get
the
started.
strongest admiral now. Yeah, that's because Akainu's fleet admiral and Koji's not in the admirals anymore.
Yeah, but with what's here, he's the strongest. So,
Yeah, and he's about to get packed in by the newest Yonko.
I don't
Yeah.
think. I don't. What? So you man think Luffy's sparking him here?
Yeah, Luffy's
No, I don't.
sparking.
I
No,
don't think it's
I
gonna go
mean,
like that.
it won't. I don't think it will go
I
like
don't
that.
feel
I
like they're
think.
gonna finish the fight, but Luffy's gonna spark him.
I don't
Nah.
even
But
think.
you know it
I
is
don't think. I
you
don't even think
I don't
Oda will
even
make
think.
it
I
look
feel
like that.
like the first time we fight an admiral of actually being strong, the admiral has to show something.
he won't. But the thing is, he won't get done. Rob Lucci. Luffy was still asleep during that fight.
No, he can't get done like Rob Lucci. If he gets done like Rob Lucci, then boy,
Then Luffy's broken.
100%.
And then
But
you
I'm not
can.
gonna lie. That's why I said from that. That's why I said look, looking at how Luffy did Lucci, the man slept and used the Toon Force.
That's
Yeah,
what. Hey, did you see what? Did you see what Zoro said to Lucci when he tried to attack?
yeah.
Hold on, we'll get there towards the end.
That was that was so mad.
Because that's what I said from. I think Zoro beats Lucci.
Of course, everyone thinks that. You'll get boxed if you say otherwise.
Who was it that was it? My man, Draft Boy, that tried to attack the ship while Zoro was asleep and just deflected his attack.
Oh yeah, that was actually quite
Down.
cold.
Man called him Giraffe Boy.
Yeah, man, just sat himself back down. He realized he's not on Zoro's level. But I like how all of this CP. Do you know what it is? I'm not gonna lie. Everyone built these lot up from CP9 for years, waiting for their return. As they finally get their return as CP0, and now Luffy single-handedly just made them irrelevant.
It's the levels, isn't it? He's moved up. He's moved up in level.
Like, man might have to take you off that higher tier list.
It's mad because you know Zoro and Lucci to the fandom. That's an easy fight, and then Kaku, Sanji, that's an easy fight as well. So if you look at how far the Straw Hats have come, it's mad.
Yeah.
But the thing about the Straw Hats, they always had the maddest growth rate anyway.
Yeah, and that's the thing. They're still gonna get even stronger. Like you still don't know what's behind Zoro's little visit with the devil.
Oh, you think a power up's coming from that?
Yeah, power up's coming from that. He's gonna awaken his demon spirit properly.
Boy. I thought ACOC was enough.
For Zoro to
Not a
reach
bad shot.
true, you gotta think for Zoro to reach a true Yonko commander level, he has to reach admiral level. And right now, he's not admiral level. He needs another power up.
Not a true Yonko commander level.
Yeah,
You know,
like,
I don't like that term because you can be. So think about it. You're saying Zoro is not something that Cracker is.
Cracker ain't no fucking admiral level.
You said Yonko commander.
No, but you said Yonko. You said
You know what I
you
mean?
were
Like,
implying
first
that.
mate, like as in first mate level. Like for him to be like Luffy's Ben Beckman, he needs another power up.
No, he's already there for me.
I think he's there with his
I think
sword
he's there
skills,
already.
with Enma and
Nah.
with ACOC
So-
and his physical
so
strength
do
and his
you
techniques. I think he's there now.
Do you think Zoro could swing it out of Kizaru?
Yeah, he'll fight
If it was
Kizaru.
to the
Like,
death, Zoro would probably win.
I mean, duh, but because he's the,
I don't think he would.
won't
No,
lose.
not even on a plot thing. Like if you put them in a tournament, and they had to fight all out. I think Zoro probably takes it. He's got ACOC and his sword. Like he is strong, fam. I'm his top hater, but Zoro fucks someone up.
Yeah, no. So he does. I don't know. Do you know why I say Zoro? He needs to realize himself that he has Conqueror's Haki and awaken it.
He already has though.
And I think he's there,
He
but he hasn't mastered it. And when he
hasn't
masters
mastered it,
is
but
when he
he's
wipes
there.
the floor with these type guys.
Yeah. So that's what I say. He's gonna get a power up, and I feel like him fully mastering his Conqueror's Haki.
You guys are moving off. I'm gonna let you guys freestyle, but at least get through most of the chapter.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
This is the Sanji that I like to see anyway.
Man, just ruined the train of thought. Anyway, so now
most of it, so you can get to things that are a bit
wait,
more
you have to go to the panel above this because isn't that Zoro and Lucci?
There's not much to it. It's just this is where it starts.
No, but I'm happy. I'm happy to see Lucci. Because how I hated the fact that Lucci decided to team up with Luffy and them. I just thought it was forced.
As soon as
I thought he changed, didn't it? But I'm actually happy to see that he's actually playing.
So you don't want him to change?
No,
I don't want him to change. No.
Do you know what's gonna happen to this guy though? He's put all his eggs into the Kizaru basket, and he's out here shiganing people in their chest, because Kizaru's here. What's he gonna do when Kizaru doesn't win?
It's not even that I don't want him to change. It's that I don't want him to change in this.
You're saying what's he gonna do when Kizaru doesn't win? Man's got Zoro in front of him. Like, Zoro's gonna cut him up.
Yeah, but he's arrogant enough not to. He's too arrogant right now. But
like, man's gonna make it look like the Cheeto tiger that he is.
Yeah,
this boy's awakened. Put some respect on his name.
What do you mean? Because man coming through that some flaming hot Cheetos. Because
this is mad. The disrespect guys get when they're coming off against this guy Zoro. He needs one shigun in his chest. We just need just one.
The guys, you're saying the guys.
Man said one shigun. You man saying he needs one shigun.
Said the guys.
We need. Because listen, one thing about this fight is this is a fight that people have wanted for years, but now the fight's here.
No, but here's the thing.
It's an easy fight. It's this, it's that. So yes, I do want to shigun to your boy's chest. I want a good fight. I don't want to see a white one.
Yeah, but let's be real, fam. Like, the reason why Luffy's lost respect is because Luffy slept through the fight like he was during.
Yeah, but see, the thing about Luffy is Luffy's special. Like Luffy's different. You're not about to fight Luffy and win. Luffy's not about to fight. Luffy's trained too hard. Luffy's trained too hard and is too good at fighting to lose to Lucci.
So Zoro trained too hard and he's not too good at fighting to be struggling against.
He ain't. Zoro's definitely winning the fight, but I just want the fight to be mildly
No, I get
competitive
you.
at
Yeah,
least.
no, I get you. Now we all want
No,
to
but
see
what
it
I'm
just for
saying
the
is
sake of
the
the spectacle.
Because you do know the fight between Luffy and Lucci was a whitewash. Like Luffy was playing.
that he was asleep.
Yeah, I want the other fight to at least be a fight because
No,
my
and it's,
hopes for Kaku and Sanji are low. So
yeah. So
Lucci and Zoro is the fight that is
I
actually
think
is the closest fight that can be a good fight.
Lucci and Zoro, I think, is medium to low difficulty for Zoro.
Yeah.
I don't think it's low. I think it's mid
I
diff.
I hope it's mid, and I hope it's I hope it's difficult, but you know.
It won't be high diff. It will be mid diff. I feel like Kizaru won't go down here, but it's very possible for Lucci to go down here.
This is the end of CP0. Like they're gonna be irrelevant.
Yeah,
No, yeah, because you have
they're
who are
irrelevant
those
now,
people
fam.
called? Who are those people called that protect the celestial dragons?
The God's Knights.
Yeah, the God Nine. They're gonna
Yeah, they've taken
become
their
more
place.
relevant
They're
to the
gonna be the new
CPO.
faction. Yeah.
For
Yeah,
sure, for
because
sure.
we're
I'm
getting
here
towards
for it.
the end.
I'm here for it.
But
Because
yeah,
what? Because
Zoro
when this is
says
done,
here,
because
yeah.
what? Because that's the thing now. We're getting towards. You're getting towards the end of One Piece. Because when this is done, you're gonna have Luffy meet Shanks.
After this arc.
Yeah, well, they're going to Elbaf, and Shanks is in Elbaf.
I swear
Yeah.
he was moving out though. I swear he was
No,
leaving.
he's still there.
Wasn't he preparing to leave when
Nah,
Kid and that came?
nah. He was just there
Mm.
chilling.
No, we'd have to go back over that because I think he was leaving now.
Nah, he was just there, and then I think he had not long got there.
Yeah, I mean I'm not entirely sure. It was a while back, can't lie.
But yeah, so that's what
Now, as for me,
What?
this fight has zero to almost like has almost zero tension for me, just
What,
because.
Luffy Kizaru?
Yeah. So, but what I'm about to say, it's a hype moment for
But
sure.
look at how Luffy set pace. Like he knows that he's got the
Yeah.
up.
No, it's a hype. It's
No,
a
no, no,
hype
no, no,
fight,
no,
isn't
no,
it?
no, no, no. Wait. Before Saint goes, yeah. The reason
Yeah.
why Luffy set pace is because of the threat level. It's not because he's cold. It's because he doesn't even want this guy to see the rest of the crew. He wants to just take him out as soon as possible because of you saw Luffy's face. When Luffy felt his spiritual pressure, the other chapter, do you see Luffy's face? He said someone very strong is pulling up. So
Yeah,
Luffy
Yeah,
went
but
to
I
go and meet
don't
the
buy it
problem
though. But
himself.
I don't buy it though. The reason, like, Luffy can say that, but me as
and that's the thing.
as an audience who's watching it,
Do you really think Kizaru is going to stand a chance with Luffy when he has
that's
advanced
what I'm saying.
Not in the long
What-
haul. Not
and
in the
he's got
long haul.
and he's
But
got
Yeah,
his,
so
you do have to
it don't.
realize this guy is an admiral.
Yeah, not sure, but the point is like there's no tension to this fight because our main character just came back from defeating a Yonko who we all believe is stronger than all the admirals. So it's like,
yeah 1v1. Let's be real. I'm not gonna lie. If Luffy was to go back in that fight 1v1 versus Kaido, a fully fresh Kaido and a fully fresh Luffy, I'm not sure who wins.
But fam,
Luffy still takes
you're
it for
talking
me.
about the stakes, there being no tension, yeah. If you send one admiral to do anything to
No,
all
yeah,
nine of the Straw
but
Hats, you know nothing's really happening.
Mm.
So it's like this is not the arc for there to be
For it.
tension because you've sent one admiral versus a whole crew. We've got
No,
Jinbei, Sanji, Zoro, and Luffy.
But
Nothing
what
bad is about
adds
to
to the
happen to us.
tension?
One admiral.
What adds to the tension is the fact that you have SJ Garcia, who's possibly a powerful fighter. So when you have characters like Luffy going up against Kizaru, he's busy with Kizaru. Zoro is busy with Lucci. I don't know what Sanji's about to do,
The
but then
thing,
you have a powerful
Sanji's
figure like
clashing with
him.
Kaku.
So
He's
here's
he's in a bubble. Sanji
so
Kaku's in a bubble.
the reason why I say they only think
Oh,
Kizaru
you're
is in
right.
is the are they banking on Kizaru being able to make use of the fact that CP0's there and he's got the Seraphins?
Most likely, because if you're looking at Saint J Garcia to do something, I'm not entirely sure that's gonna happen.
He's due to go home soon.
So I'm thinking maybe they're relying on Lucci, Kaku, the Seraphim.
But then
and,
remember,
and the admiral. But I don't.
I
That's
think
not
that's
enough.
a bad idea. That's not.
but
That's
you know what it
nothing.
is? No, but in there, you're gonna think. So you got to
But that's
think
the thing, though.
it's a bad idea
If
to us.
Saint J Garcia comes in,
He
then
has
now
to.
he has to fight Luffy.
It's yeah, and it's not, and that's when the stakes are raised now.
But
But
that's
that's when
mad
the stakes are
because
raised.
that's
That's
mad.
the
Does
madness,
fight
Maybe
Luffy.
that's
and
why
that's what I
Sanji's
think
in
is
a
going to
bubble,
happen.
and maybe
And that's
we
what I
get
think
that
is going to
Lucci
happen.
fight.
And that's what I think is going to happen. I think SJ Garcia is jumping into the fight.
I don't think he
Hey,
will.
that would be great.
Yeah.
Hey,
I think
I'll be
he.
here
I
for
think
that.
he has to for this arc to be any good, and for this part to have any stakes, and to
I
make
feel
us
like
feel like our characters are in
Luffy.
danger.
Luffy's gonna gain. I feel like it's gonna. I feel like Luffy. You got to remember as well before I even say what I think it's gonna go is that they don't know that Luffy wiped the floor with Lucci.
Yeah, but they should know it's a possibility, right? This guy beat Kaido.
Yeah, he did. The fact that he was hiding, they should have known that Luffy just stunned him. But they were probably banking on them being betrayed. They don't know that Luffy actually took this man for an idiot.
Mm.
So, but
That's why I rate Lucci for what he did. That's why I rate Lucci for what he did. Man didn't flip. Man didn't flip quick. He didn't flip like. You see what I'm saying? He stayed. He
the
stayed
way
as an agent, innit?
yeah, but what I think is that I think that Luffy and Kizaru they're gonna fight.
He's programmed.
How far does Luffy use Gear 5? I don't know. Does he take it all the way out? I don't know. I feel like Luffy may just fight to buy time for everyone to regroup
I'm
and
telling you,
get back to the ship.
guys, for this fight to have any, like, we're not idiots. We're fans, innit? Like, we know this means nothing. Luffy can take care of. We know Luffy can take care of Kizaru. We know Zoro can take care of Lucci, and we know that Sanji's free. Kaku's in a bubble, so he's free. I'm saying we know that the 9 admirals are coming.
So it's
right?
everything set up for Saint J to pull up.
Everything is set up for him to pull up because
But
that's
you know
the
what's
only
mad
way.
though? It would be
The only
still.
way
It
we're
would
gonna.
still. It would be such a shock to really get, because if Jay Garcia pulls up, then that now means that, you know, him versus Luffy is a fight that is gonna have to reach a conclusion. Zoro Kizaru is gonna have to reach a conclusion. Sanji Lucci is gonna have to reach a conclusion, and we're literally on the doorstep of trying to escape. Like the robot man had these men in the ship, and they were about to go. So it's
SJ,
like I still don't
feel
know.
like that's why I don't think he's gonna get involved. I feel like
Yeah, I don't think it's
I
the
don't
time
feel
because
no.
I
SJ
have
Garcia though doesn't have to fight Luffy. It can just be Luffy against Kizaru, whilst SJ Garcia is handling other stuff or his other crew
I feel
members.
like
That's it.
for me,
yeah,
he's the
but then Luffy's gonna have to go to the strongest person though, you know. Like,
yes.
Yeah,
So,
but he won't be able to defeat Kizaru quick enough
but the
for
way
him
I
to do that.
see it
It
is
won't, because it will take time for him to defeat Kizaru,
with
even
this
if it's a
Garland,
bit
even see with this Garland, but I feel like what's gonna happen is he's gonna hear or realize that things aren't going his way directly. I feel like he's just gonna end up leaving, or I feel like the Seraphim. I feel like for some reason, I feel like the command ship didn't work on Boa's Seraphim. I feel like whatever that
where do people put the Seraphim though, like in terms of power level? Because that's
that
really
they are
all they're
strong.
here for.
I reckon they're
So
strong.
do you think the Seraphim are stronger than every Vice Admiral?
Nah, not yet.
See, that's
think
bad
so.
then.
No,
That's bad
they
because
are though.
you man
They
just
have
said
to be.
that Vice Admirals are irrelevant.
I never
and
said that. I never said
this
that.
new group have been introduced into the show, and their only
I
premise
think
is
they are
power.
though. No, but
So they
I
have to be
think they
stronger
are.
than the Vice
Yeah,
Admirals.
they have to be. Yeah,
Because
I
then
think
what
they
we
are.
talking about?
Not only that, but no Vice Admirals that we know so far will be able to damage King's body. Nobody, other than Garp, of course.
Yeah.
So you have to remember the Seraphims, they have King's body.
Yeah,
You see what I'm saying? So we know no.
No,
I'm
personally,
Vice
I'm trying to see where people's scaling them, because these
No, so
guys are supposed to. They're here
rated,
for just power.
I
and no one
haven't
rates that.
scaled them yet. So I was more thinking along the lines of Boa Hancock's DNA is in that Seraphim. Her attraction to Luffy is somehow carried over to the Seraphim. How, I do not know. But
Yeah,
I feel like
think
that's
all
gonna.
stuff
I feel
is
like
bullshit. I don't like it.
It could be a gag, or it could be explained later down the line.
I feel like that's gonna have a part.
It's a true gag though. It's gonna, yeah. Man,
I don't know. It might be gag, but it might be.
I don't like it.
Yeah, but I feel like that's gonna have a part to play in their escape. Cause I do feel like I don't feel
yeah,
like
that's
any.
true. That's true.
I don't feel like any of these fights get concluded. I feel like they all
No, I'm
escape.
saying don't know yet.
To be honest, I don't even want the fights to be concluded here. Not off the back of us trying to escape somewhere.
Yeah, I feel like they get to the ship.
Yeah, I'm trying to go Elbath. I can't even. I like Egghead, but I'm trying to see these.
Yeah, I
men
want to
cut.
go over. I want to see.
Yeah,
Luffy.
I mean, obviously they'll definitely escape, but we
I want to
know.
see. Luffy needs to meet Shanks. And use
Hey,
some
what's
Luffy
the chances of Charlotte Linlin pulling up to Elbath?
Nah, let her stay dead, man. Honestly.
Her and
There's a
Kaido,
slight
they're-
possibility.
They took their
abuse that
L's,
she
but
got.
they're not confirmed dead. And let's be real, yeah. If Charlotte
Yeah, man.
Lincoln pulls up to Elbath and both Shanks and Luffy are there, then she takes another L.
Yeah, but
No
I
point,
just
man.
feel like I want her
You know
to
what I
know
think
what she's
with-
done with
with Big
Carmel.
Mom?
You want to complete her up. You
know
feel
what I
like you
think
want to
with Big
complete her
Mom?
I
up.
want to complete her, yeah, man, because that's
I don't
my
think her
favorite
arc is
Yonko there,
complete.
innit? So, and
Big
What?
Mom's arc isn't completed.
Big Mom.
Her arc's not completed.
It's not, man. She needs to pull up because do you remember when she ate Mother Carmel? Yeah, it was
She needs
Struzan
to know what
and
she
a
done.
giant who saw what she done. And obviously,
needs to know what
giants
she
live
done.
hundreds of years, so hopefully the guy that saw it is still there. And she needs to know that she didn't leave you, fam. You ate her. She needs to know. She needs to know. It needs to get tied up. But another thing is that how does it make sense for her to pull up and come out of there? But Kaido
Yeah,
didn't?
no, it is. Fam. I'm just more interested in, even with Elbath, I'm just more interested in actually seeing the Straw Hats and the Shanks pirates actually meet again. Or
Just
for Luffy.
communicating.
Yeah, that's gonna happen. But would you not think it's gonna happen? Because remember, Kizaru's objective is to get York the
Usopp gets to meet his
keep
dad
the
that
power
abandoned him.
station.
I feel like for Kizaru to save face, he has to accomplish
that's
at
what I'm
least
saying.
2 of his things.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I think he's gonna accomplish 2 because remember they have to be able to get that Mother Flame back. They have to be able to because they've only used it once. So in order for them to use the Mother Flame again, they need a Vegapunk. So it could be any of the Vegapunk as long as they have one of the Vegapunk.
You're concluded.
No, just any of the Vegapunk
like-
is able to
oh, yeah, I
recreate.
feel like-
the
Yeah,
Mother
yeah,
Flame.
but so is
do
York,
feel
innit?
like
And York
they-
is the one who they're trying to protect.
But yeah, they're trying to protect York. So it can be York, but I'm just saying it can be
Okay.
any other Vegapunk as well.
As well.
100%.
Yeah.
I feel like they get one of the other Vegapunks.
Yeah,
Pardon?
yeah.
Yeah, no, that's definitely happening.
One
And
thing
they also
about
have to get
tension,
the
though.
power
One thing about
station.
tension when they used that Mother Frame thing the other week, though. They
Mm.
had me on ropes, though. I was really feeling for the
yeah.
pedestrians out there.
Yeah, that's what I'm
shit
saying.
left
That's
a
what I'm
hole
saying.
in the middle of the sea. It was felt worldwide. That's a
That's what I'm
One
saying.
Piece
They
nuke
need
right
it
there.
again. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They need it
Like,
again.
even you saying that, I'm thinking that shit's getting back into Emu's hands. I'm not even trying to see that.
Yeah, no, they have
Them
to
man's
get it
about
back.
to
And
use
that's
that
the only
again.
way. That's the only way the stakes will be raised, isn't it? And that's
That
really
shit
important for the
is
story going
demonic.
forward.
That shit's too much.
But I don't even believe that town, that whole island was demolished, fam. I don't believe it.
What do you
Because
mean
we
you
know
don't believe it? There's a hole where
The
it
island was
was.
it don't
demolished,
matter,
fam.
fam.
There was
Oda
So what are
doesn't
you telling
kill
me?
a
there
whole
was a
nation.
So
whole
wait.
Present
Saint, you're
time.
saying it's an illusion?
No, not an illusion. I'm saying Oda does not kill many characters.
Yes, he
so
does. He wiped off.
that country's coming back and
That's
they
Present
didn't
time.
really
Present
die.
time.
That's
Present time. Present
That's
time.
not
He
even
ain't
the
doing it.
first island Oda's wiped out the map.
During the present timeline, not flashbacks.
Yeah, but it's a recent flashback, so they're dead.
They're
Huh?
dead.
It's
They're
not a
dead,
flashback
though.
like a
You
flashback.
saw the
Time.
sea
We're talking
level. You
about
saw the
something
sea
that's
level
dead.
rise and
It
everything.
was
Anyway,
it was from when
lot could say they're
Scarborough
dead, but
left
I don't
Mary
believe it.
Jo, right? It
I
was
don't
getting
believe
around
it till
that
I
time.
see it. I don't believe it till I see it. You lot could say that.
So
but I
you're
don't
telling me that you think them people might be alive?
Yeah. And that's a problem. I'm not saying I want
That's
it to.
Oda's
but-
fault. That's Oda's fault.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That's what
The
I'm saying.
only
I
way
don't
they
want
could
it
be
to.
alive is if Sabo knew what's gonna
That's
happen.
Oda's
And
fault.
there's no way that
This
Sabo
can't
would
be a
have known.
Pell situation. Obviously, these man they gotta be dead.
They got
Yeah, no,
wiped out
obviously
by
I'll go
Emu,
mad.
cuz.
Nah, but
Yeah,
I mean, I hope they did.
I fear that
really hope
weapon.
they did,
I
but
fear that
don't.
weapon. And Vegapunk will tell
What do
you
you
it's
make
not
of?
even the finished article.
Yeah. So even then, like with Emu and that, what do you make of people saying that Emu was related to Joy Boy?
What, by blood?
No, like like they're saying in the Void Century when Joy Boy came through and what's the word I'm looking for? Is it? Obviously, he was the original revolutionary, innit?
Yeah. What the first pirate king? I
What
would say with.
What do you think if the people say that Emu was the actual original king from the Void Century that Joy Boy revolted against?
I mean, it's got to be something of the sort, innit? I think Joy Boy would have been the rightful king though, first. You know,
Yeah.
I doubt if they're gonna take it that way, that one of them was ruling it. I doubt it would be Emu first, because then Emu's justified in a way. We don't need that.
Yeah. But I do feel like there could be some truth behind it, that Emu is like 800 years old and was alive back
Oh
then.
yeah, for sure. Because the thing about Emu is she's already spoken about the Nefertari Vivi woman, and the Nefertari, what's her name? Nefertari
Vivi's great grandma.
Lily.
Exactly. And Emu spoke about her as if she knew her. And we know that person is 800 years old. So that alone let me know, okay, yeah, Emu was from that time. So Emu probably most likely, just off cartoon being cartoon, Emu was probably one of Joy Boy's enemies. Or it might be a thing where they were guys at one point. But obviously what happened. You know, there's a lot of theories out there. A lot of people think Joy Boy, the original Joy Boy, was a continent puller like Oz. Some good theories on that. But yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't know. When's the new chapter out? Is it tomorrow or is it Friday?
I think it's on break. I don't know.
Again?
I think so.
I heard it's on
I
break
heard,
because I heard Oda was in LA, fam, for the live action drop.
This one's having bare breaks this summer, man. I want to see the next chapter.
Nah, he deserves it, fam. He deserves it.
Yeah. Part of me thinks, watch the next chapter, not even be Luffy versus Kizaru. What should be something to do with Dragon or Sabo or Garp or.
Might give us a few panels of them two and then switch to something else.
What do you man think's gonna happen with Garp?
I reckon that's the incident that might spark the next big war.
That was my theory before, but
because we know the final war
through Blackbeard himself, what Blackbeard is gonna himself.
I reckon Blackbeard and Cross Guild and then the Marines are gonna get involved in the world government. And let's be real, there's no way Dragon's gonna let someone smoke his dad like that.
I don't think Oda is gonna go with another execution arc in the same way he did with Ace.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But like something's gonna happen. There's gonna be. This is gonna result in some kind of conflict, and everyone's gonna end up getting involved. I feel like the Marines are gonna get involved, and that's gonna probably leave them weakened. And then I feel like Dragon will probably use that to take an opportunity. And then is Luffy gonna sit by and watch his granddad get smoked?
Definitely not.
So
and now he's got the crew to go stunt and save someone.
Yeah, so now I feel like this could be. Like, we all know the big war's coming. I thought the big war would have been after he gets One Piece.
I think there still will be a war after he gets One Piece because that's what Sengoku said.
Yeah. So I feel like there could be a war. Maybe there is 2 more wars. Maybe there's one before and after.
I'm not sure there'll be a war.
Because I believe even with the whole concept of the One Piece, I don't feel like Shanks even wants it. I feel like Shanks is just doing whatever, and I feel like he's gonna probably give it to Luffy.
But going back to Garp though, knowing who the boss of the Marines is now, do you think this man? Do you think if a Marine's been captured,
he don't give a shit?
That's what I'm saying.
He don't give a shit.
So if he sees that Garp's been bagged, and
you got to think Garp went.
I don't think he can do anything. I feel like it's gonna have to be an effort from.
It's not just that Garp went as a Marine. He went as part of Sword, which is kind of you're on your own off the books.
Exactly, and I think Oda was saying that for a reason. so that when the Marines don't do nothing, how fucked up would that be that the hero of the Marines gets
Yeah,
captured
but then
and
I
no
do
one does
feel
anything?
like where Garp wasn't directly killed or taken out straight away, they're gonna use it to make it public. They're gonna try and publicize it and use it to weaken the Marines, as a social standpoint, and that's where Kainu's not gonna stand for it.
Yeah, maybe, but I do see that man saying if you were weak enough to get caught, then fuck you type shit.
Yeah, nah, I
He's
do feel
definitely on that type of time, so
Yeah,
it's
man.
possible.
The stream will end within 10 minutes.
cool. But I also do still feel like Akiji may actually do something and betray Blackbeard.
Yeah, 100%. Because surely he's not a full blown pirate, innit? He ain't on that type of time.
I still have a feeling that I reckon, I heard it before and it stuck with me for some reason that he might be a spy he might have originally joined the revolutionaries and then joined Blackbeard as a spy.
I mean, that's mad. With dude, I think it's a case of, you know,
We don't
he's
fit the Blackbeard pirate.
definitely not. He's obviously he's trying to find the right side, because obviously he understands the world's fucked, innit?
Yeah.
And like a lot of Marines, yeah, they struggle with really not knowing what's, you know, pirates don't really go through that struggle that a lot of these Marines go through. Is they don't really know if they're on the right side. A lot of good Marines, they go through that struggle, and then eventually, through being around Luffy, he's gonna realize that, yeah, nah, these man's actually on the right side of history, and then
Yeah.
he'll be alright.
Yeah, no, that's true.
You know. But do you think though that when these Straw Hats fight the Blackbeard Pirates, he's gonna be there?
Yeah, nah, I don't.
Because you know, if he's there, we ain't winning. That's the thing. If
Yeah, I
he's
don't.
really
Yeah,
there, the
I
Straw
feel
Hats are
like
not winning.
he may end up being the one that saves Garp.
Yeah, but then if he saves Garp, he has to die, man, because that's some bullshit. You know, how the Blackbeard Pirates gonna look? But then again, the Blackbeard Pirates, for me, they're whack. Because the thing is, I don't rate Shiryu that much. Even though I've got him in my DP there, it was supposed to be Lafitte. I couldn't be bothered to crop it. But
I
I
had
don't
to
even rate
use
Shiryu
a
that
lot
much.
of your quotes on that guy for a couple of the TikToks and shorts
What,
because you
Lafitte?
were going on him.
Huh?
Sure.
Yeah.
Say that
Yeah,
again?
he's a second-rate swordsman, man.
I used a lot of what you were saying about him a couple of weeks ago in a lot of the shorts.
Oh, swear.
So,
What
You
people
were trying
hating
to
on,
say
man?
some of them. So.
but I don't feel like so because here's the thing now. I reckon there is another war, and I do feel like Luffy, the Straw Hats versus the Blackbeard Pirates is coming up soon. Because afterwards, once One Piece has been collected, it's clear that it's going to be the Straw Hats versus Emu and the world government.
Yeah, 100%.
Like,
Yeah.
One Piece won't end until Luffy beats Emu and then he breaks the red line.
The red line, yeah. And then we get the all blue.
Yeah.
I just feel like that fear is so common. Just one sec. That fear is so common. I don't even want it to come true now.
What, the red line?
Yeah.
It's bait though.
I just want
But
it
I
to
feel
be
like
that.
it's
I
bait,
want it to be
innit?
enough.
But do you know why it's like,
Nah, man.
it's so
Nah,
bait,
it's too
yeah?
obvious, man.
Okay,
It's too
so think about Worth. How's the red line going to stay intact? And then we get Laboon's conclusion. For Laboon, that has to go anyway.
Yeah, but not even just
So it has to
Laboon.
go.
And then Madam Shiri's prediction.
What is it? What is it
Her
about
prediction is that
Laboon?
Luffy will destroy Fishman Island.
Yeah.
What is it about the
I reckon
Laboon
that
thing?
involves him destroying the red line and
Wait, what is the thing with Laboon
keeping his
again?
promise.
The thing is with Laboon, he keeps hitting his head against the red line because he's still trying to get back to the Rumba Pirates. And obviously, he would be able to do that if the red line wasn't there.
Mm.
And obviously, Brook is the last Rumba Pirate.
Mm.
So I feel like Luffy destroying the red line, one, it fits in with Laboon, two, it fits in with Madame Shuri's prediction, and three, You need it to sort of liberate the actual seas and actually remove the
Yeah, yeah,
world
100%,
government.
100%.
With no
Because
red
it's a
line.
it's a
Do you
fucking
think that's how?
continent. Like
Do you think
it's a
that's
whole
how the
land
All Blue is
that's
found?
separating the sea.
Yeah,
Huh?
Do you
I
think
don't
that's
know
how
how.
the All Blue is found?
Yeah, it has to be in it because that's what makes up. That's what puts all the seas in one piece.
Yeah,
So
you got to think as well. No red line, no celestial dragons.
Yeah, but that theory that's been going on for like years. Clearly, Oda like is smart enough to know that was like an obvious
you know,
setup.
he does say that when people clock stuff, he changes it. He's petty like that, so maybe he'll change. I don't know, but I still
Yeah.
think the red line needs to come down.
No,
Even
Oda's
if it's
petty
not,
because
even if it's if he doesn't incorporate it into being a part of the One Piece,
5
it has to
minutes.
come down one way or
Oda's
another.
petty. No, Oda is
Got 5
petty.
minutes.
He's only ever told one person the end of the One Piece, and they're not alive no more.
Damn. And we're getting there soon.
I got a quick question. Yeah, someone must have asked in the comments, or said something. I didn't really take it too seriously because it sounds kind of dumb. But I just want to
In
ask
the
you guys.
comments of this or on the old thing.
No, it's another video, one of the
Oh.
shorts.
Oh.
And they said that Blackbeard is gonna steal Emu's fruit and complete the free. What does it sound like to you? Does that sound like it's
Nah,
I would say hogwash because
I'm not
Hogwash,
even
innit?
sure how
if
Blackbeard
Emu can have her or his fruit stolen by that nigga, then how did you beat Joy Boy the original? Like, get out of here! Like,
Yeah, I feel like the only way to actually fight Emu is to relate it to One Piece itself.
Is
to fight.
also was Blackbeard
Yeah.
part of the wanted poster Emu had?
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
there.
Okay.
VV,
remember
Shirahoshi,
it was
Luffy, and
the D
Blackbeard.
clan, innit?
Yeah, 3 of them were confirmed.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, the D, now that we've seen how Nefertari had the name, now we know for sure it's not a bloodline thing, even though it was pretty clear anyway it wasn't.
Yeah,
Now
it's not a
for
bloodline
sure.
thing, but I do. It probably might even relate to something. It's something to do with the Forgotten Set.
Yeah, 100. I watched a theory ages ago that the guy was basically saying that the D is the initial that Joy Boy's crew had when they dispersed or lost or whatever. It was the crew.
Wait, so if it was a bloodline, that means Vivi's a D, right? Does
No,
not
I'm
mean
saying it's not bloodline.
Yeah, I know, but if it was that makes Vivi a D, right?
She is a D.
She is a D in it
She's a
because
D, right?
her
Isn't it? Yeah.
ancestors are D.
Does
So
that
yeah.
also make the Celestial Dragons D? Because I didn't fully understand that part.
No. So,
Well, not the ones that didn't take the name on, you know.
yeah. So what do you?
Because if you look at Nefertari, she could have been a celestial dragon or she could have been
Yeah.
a D, you know. So, but she chose to be a D.
But if it's a blood thing, then by blood the Celestial Dragons are also Ds. If the D thing is a blood thing, then just by blood, then the Celestial Dragons are Ds. But since the war, they sort of separated themselves and they decided to call themselves Celestial Dragons. But by blood, they're still Ds. If it's by blood, right?
It's not by blood though, innit? Because you got people like Jaguar D Soul and them type man. Them man's not out here with the humans. Them
like this distant cousins or something like that. Like distant, not cousins. Sorry, but just
you know
distant
Oda's more of a who you fuck with than bloodline type guy anyway. So I doubt the would be a bloodline thing.
Yeah, that's true. That's even then.
One bloodline that no one's talking about that's underrated is them Figurlins.
Who like Shanks?
Yeah, man. Because the guy
1 minute.
who had the name revealed that he's got the same thing. He's old. He's got the scars. They said he was running God Valley, you know. So he's probably a
trying to
decent
say
fighter.
yeah, 'cause I saw one thing. Someone tried to say that Shanks' his grandfather or so.
Maybe it could be his dad. I don't know.
Yeah, because there was bare theories about who Shanks was. Like, this one guy tried to say he was Rox's son. I said that's bullshit. And the other guy said he's Celestial Dragon, which I think makes the most sense, which explains how he was able to walk into the Five Elders.
Yeah. They've insinuated that he's a figure. And you know what's mad with that? It shows if Dofi had any clout, yeah, he would have been able to do that same shit. But they told that nigga, get the fuck out of here. My brother's been overrating Dofi, fam. I'm telling this guy, he's not that guy, man.
Yeah.
He's not that guy.